going to go through one more round through the deepening pose, Upavista Konasana. So we'll begin coming forward with the breath. Again, deep inhalations and exhalations, keeping the breath smooth and steady. Deepening in the groin, keeping the spine nice and extended. Slowly walking the hands forward. If you're able to come forward, now again, if the spine is rounded, just stay where you are. Work with the breath and slowly deepen in the pose at the level of the groin. Rocking the pelvis forward versus moving the whole spine forward. I'm going to go ahead and come onto the elbows. Again, keeping your head in line with your spine. Slowly sinking deeper and deeper into the opening. So the kidney is associated with kindness and gentleness, and that starts with offering that to yourself, and you can do that through your practice by being kind and gentle to your body. Extend the arms overhead and come all the way forward if you are able. And go ahead and walk the hands back up. Now coming to your right side, my left, I'm going to have you turn facing your right leg. And again, slowly moving forward with the breath. Just enjoying the slow pace, the movement with breath. In initiating the flow and igniting the flow, we're working on a very dynamic level, very big movements with the breath. And now we're moving more inward, bringing the energy back in. And the movements are still very dynamic, just slower and more inward. And grab a hold of the toe. If you are able, folding all the way forward, you can go for the lock of the hands. And then release, coming to the other side, turning over the left leg. Slowly moving forward with the breath, with gentleness and ease. Grabbing a hold of the big toe. You can close your eyes if that's helpful. And bringing your awareness of the movement and breath to a deeper level. And if you're able, you can go for the lock of the hands around the foot and fold all the way forward. And release. Now these forward bend poses are very calming and rejuvenating for the body. Now that may not seem to be the case if you have very tight hamstrings, then these forward fold poses can be a bit intense. So to take the intensity out, you can just bend the knees slightly, pile up some bolsters that you can lean on. You can bring the chair in front of you and just place your forehead down on the chair so you can get that sense of ease and relaxation and calming in the pose. All right, so now next we're going to move to Baddha Konasana, which is another great opener for the kidney channel, as well as the back of the body, the bladder, bringing the soles of the feet together and grasping the feet. You can gently press the knees down, lift the spine. Take a few deep inhalations and exhalations. And if you have tighter hips, as I do, you can gently press at the level of the knee to encourage a little bit more opening. But very gentle, again, no forcing. And switching to the other side. You may notice that one side opens a little more readily than the other. Back to center, lifting the spine, shoulders are drawing down and away from the ears. You can close your eyes. And now we can go back to the chakra breathing practice in which we began the water element series. This time, since we're sitting on the floor, you can begin the breath at the base, the floor of the pelvis. You can draw the breath up the back of the spine to the crown of the head with the inhalation. And as you exhale, draw the breath down the front of the spine, back down to the base. And again, inhale from the base of the spine, up the back to the crown of the head. Pause for a moment and exhale down the front of the spine, back down to the base. We'll try 3 rounds just in your own pace, your own timing and rhythm. And I will join you for that. And when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes and release Baddha Konasana. This completes the deepening segment of the water element practice. And now we move to the final phase, which is the dissolve or relaxation, also in yoga known as Shavasana. So I'm going to join you in Shavasana. And then I'm going to sit back up as I'm going to guide you through a meditation directly into the kidney organs. And so for that, I'm going to sit up, but I'm going to have you remain lying down. So let's come onto the backs together. And to begin, I'm going to have you come onto your back. Bring your knees together and your feet wider than your hips. And this helps to relax the low back. So if there's any tension that was gained in the low back from the seated poses or from the standing poses, this particular position will allow those muscles to relax. So that if this is the most comfortable position, you can remain here in Shavasana if you would like. Bring palms open to the sky. Be sure to draw the shoulders down and away from your ears. A couple of deep inhalations and exhalations. Now, if it feels comfortable to you, you can extend one leg at a time. Allow the legs to roll out to the side. And let everything go completely. You can visualize yourself as seaweed in the ocean, just being pushed and pulled along with the current, no resistance. You can also visualize yourself lying on a raft, perhaps in the middle of a calm lake, where you just feel a gentle ebb and flow as the water rocks you from side to side. Now I'm going to come up into a seated position, as it'll be a little bit easier for me to guide you through the meditation. If I'm upright and seated, keep your eyes closed. Now bring your awareness to the kidney organs themselves, where they lie within your body, which is about 4 inches above your waistline on either side of the spine. You can actually bring the back of your hands underneath your body and contact that area if that helps you to bring a deeper awareness to the kidneys. Take a few moments to make that connection. Now, to draw that connection to your kidney organs a little bit deeper, I'm going to have you focus on the kidneys and see if you feel a sense if the energy in the kidneys are weak, or is the kidney energy strong? And it may be different side to side. The left kidney may be weak while the right side is strong, or vice versa. So just see if by bringing your awareness into your own kidneys, if you have a sense of a depletion of energy, or if you have plenty of reserves, and is there a difference right to left? Just take a few moments to notice what you feel. Now, if you notice that there is a little weakness there, one side or the other or both, you can bring the color blue into that area just with your intention, as the color blue is the color for the water element in the Chinese 5-element system. So the color blue will help to fortify the energy of the kidneys. Now, if you have another color that just comes to you that seems stronger than the color blue, then go ahead and use that color. Follow your intuition. Now you can go a little deeper to connect with your kidney energy and ask if your kidneys have a message for you. Now, if this is the first time you've done an exercise like this, you might be like, well, how can I know what it's saying? And if you go deep enough and listen to that quiet, still voice, there is always wisdom that's accessible through the body and through the organs. It may take some time to work through the mental barriers to get to that message, but typically it's the first thing that comes to mind. And perhaps from the kidneys, it may be something like, slow down, don't push so hard, you can do this, you need to get out and exercise more, move your body more to generate more energy for us. Or it could be you're doing too much, slow down, rest more, get more sleep. These may be the typical messages that you may receive from the kidney energy, but be open to receive whatever comes to you. Take a few more moments to connect. Now bring your awareness back to the whole body. Stretch through your toes. Reach your arms overhead and stretch through the fingertips. You can go ahead and roll to one side. Press up into a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to the heart center. By performing the practice for the water element channel, you open the gifts of courage and strong willpower to create the life that you desire and you deserve. Slowly open your eyes. And this concludes the practice for the water element channel. And I hope you enjoyed your practice. And again, it does take practice to become really comfortable with the vinyasa flow poses, with finding flow in the practice. But if you just stick with it for a week or two, you'll find yourself beginning to flow, anticipating the movements, being able to add music to your practice if you like, and really beginning to open to courageousness, and your sense of courage will begin to overcome any sense of fear that you might have in expanding your awareness, expanding your activities in your work life or in your relationships. Namaste.